What's good, everybody? It's your boy Eddie here, and welcome back to the channel, and I hope you all are having a wonderful day. And for today's video, we have a sneaker that I am personally excited for, but isn't really the most hyped or anticipated sneaker to the public. But personally, I love what Drake has been doing with his brand Nocta and how he's been doing the streetwear thing as well as the sneakers. And I think most of the sneakers, except certain colorways, have been a hit. But you guys let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below. So with that being said, guys, what we have here is none other than the Nike and Nocta Glide sneaker. And before we even continue this review, guys, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below as well as that notification bell. And getting right into it, guys, you definitely can see that this sneaker was highly inspired by the Jason Kidd Zoom 95s. Literally, when you look at the carbon fiber bubbles, it's literally exactly the same. But the only difference is that the Jason Kidd ones only had 3 big bubbles, but the Noctas have 4 bubbles across the midsole. And then when briefly going over the box details, it's pretty much the same exact box that I did the review on for the Terra Hot Steppers, the white on white colorway. And that's pretty cool because I love the fact that it does give that retro vintage vibe. However, you do have this 3M detail right here on the box, which looks really nice, especially when you put the flash on it. And then the same thing pretty much follows suit. So you have the sort of revealing lights, or the 3 northern stars right there. Then you have the CL for the certified lover boy, I'm assuming. And then you have the AWR, which I don't remember what that means at this current moment. But anyways, when we go into the sticker tag right here, it does read off as Nocta Glide, and the colorway shown is black, white, and clear. And for this sneaker, I did order a size 8.5 because when I originally bought the Terra Hot Steps, I bought a size 8. And because of that thick insole, it was really tight, so I had to do a half size up. But unfortunately, I would recommend to actually go true to size. So when I tried these 8.5s on, they fit fine. But again, if you like that snug, true to size fit that it feels like a sock, I definitely will recommend going to your true to size. Do not go a half size up or a half size down. Go with whatever size is your normal size. So if it's a size 11, go with a size 11 and you won't be disappointed at all. Then when you open this lid right here, you are greeted with that nice Nocta baby blue printed paper right there. And then we have our white wax tissue paper right inside of there. And that pretty much concludes all of the box details. And now in going into the history of the shoe, there's not much to say other than the fact that this is the second iteration of Drake's Nocta sneaker line. So I actually have the original white on whites right here. And I don't know if the camera's gonna catch it, but these sneakers are extremely dirty, but very durable. So to me, a lot of people may or may not like this, but this was my personal sneaker of last year. I wore this sneaker more than any sneaker that I've copped, and you guys know I get a lot of sneakers. This is very versatile to me. The white on white colorway makes it really clean. But when you have it on feet, you can walk in it for miles. I done went to concerts with it, I then cleaned it off and then went outside to like a party with them. And it's just a very versatile sneaker personally. That's what I think about the shoe. A lot of people may or may not agree with me, but that's just my opinion on it. So again, this was probably my #1 sneaker of 2022 because I literally wore it to the ground. And if I clean it up, it'll still look good. And I still have like a fresh white on white pair in the closet, but I'm gonna hold on to those for a bit. But anyways, when focusing back onto this shoe, you can actually see some of the similarities between them. Obviously, something that I have to note is the fact that this is deeply inspired again by the Jason Kidd Zoom 95s, but you do see some of the Nocta pieces on it. For example, when you look at the white on white pair, you can see that leather overlay that covers the lateral and medial side of the shoes. And the same thing pretty much follows suit on this one. So you can see that it's primarily a black shoe. However, that carbon fiber or black and white woven print is an overlayer onto the shoe, so it isn't fully black. And that literally translates directly from this shoe onto this shoe. And I can't wait till they drop the white on white pair for this because that's my most anticipated colorway of this silhouette. But anyways, guys, with that being said, that's gonna conclude the history of the Nocta Glides. And let's just get right into the details of it. So when you actually look at the toe box area right here, it is very similar to the original Nocta Terra Hot Steps. So we just have a big centralized toe box right here. But what separates this sneaker from the original Hot Steps is the fact that it is very breathable. The Hot Steps were less breathable just due to the fact that it is an all leather shoe and some perforated holes isn't gonna make it super breathable. However, with this sneaker, the idea wasn't luxury like the Hot Steps, so you didn't need that premium leather or the silver eyeless or any of that type of stuff. So you just have a lot of mesh, different type of cottons or canvas and woven materials versus those thick leather panels, which I appreciate because again, those sneakers were my favorite, but I didn't think they were able to top it. But I think with this silhouette, they got a lot going with it. So anyways, when you move a little bit more into the toe box, you can actually see that it does have that black Nike check versus that silver emblem Nike check that was on the Terra Hot Steps. Then we move up onto the laces. You can see that we have them in all black, and this does not come with any extra pair of laces. Then at the tongue tab, we actually have the 3 swords of revealing light, or the Nocta logo right there, but it's actually placed slanted, which is a pretty interesting detail right there. Something else to note is the fact that on the eyelets of the shoe, it does say the word Nike for Nike on both the lateral and medial sides, and it makes this kind of flag detail on the actual shoe, which I think is a pretty nice touch and speaks to that kind of sportswear, vintage Nike basketball, hybrid lifestyle sneaker that they're trying to get with this shoe. And another detail that I love about the sneaker is the fact that it is actually cheaper than the original Hot Steps. So as I mentioned earlier, the Hot Steps were meant to be more of a luxurious take on a Drake sneaker, and that is why it had the $180 price tag. With the tax and all that, it's almost a $200 shoe, versus this one being $160, still being very comfortable, way lighter than the original shoe, and it's a vibe. Honestly, in my opinion, it's definitely a vibe. So anyways, guys, now when we focus onto the lateral side of the shoe, like I mentioned earlier with the Hot Step Terras, it does have that overlay, but instead of it being leather, it's in this black and white woven material with a white overlay right on top of that. I thought it was 3M, but after further review, it's definitely just a bright white strip, which again still looks nice. And then when looking at this overlay, you can actually see that it does have a white on white Nike check right there, which is pretty nice. So it does have a white Nike outline check, and then inside that outline, you have that thick Nike check right there, which is pretty nice. So anyways, when focusing back onto this lateral side, you can see them 4 carbon fiber bubbles. And the reason why I put the quotation marks is the fact that I can't really feel it. It's encased in this kind of plastic material, but I'm going to have to assume that it is carbon fiber, but I'm not 100% sure. And then on the 3rd bubble towards the back of the shoe, it does have the Nocta logo right there, but it is extremely translucent, so it's probably not gonna get caught on camera. Then when we go into the back heel area now, we do have this big 3M strip right here, which is very reminiscent of the Yeezy 350s, especially the Pirate Black pair. And right under that, we do have this G-Tech logo right here, which is basically to represent that the outsole and midsole is going to be extremely durable. And trust me, I can attest to that because I wore the Hot Steps at least 250 times since March of last year or whenever they released, and they're still in pretty workable or wearable conditions. So it's definitely going to be a durable midsole and outsole. Then when we go into the medial side, the same thing pretty much follows suit, so there's nothing to report on that. And then finally, guys, we're moving on to the outsole of the shoe. This is one of my favorite details due to the fact that it does have those bright yellow hits right there. And I love that color of yellow. I love the color yellow, period. But it's not too orangey, it's not too brownish. It's that nice bright yellow, and it just pops and matches with this hoodie. So that's just a nice detail to mention. So one more thing I wanted to mention about the shoe before I conclude the review is the fact that it has a very nice insole, and it does have, again, that baby blue Nocta insole, but this gives it this more premium vibe, man. I love the fact that it has this foil or reflective detail with the Nocta logo, and that definitely gives a more premium vibe as opposed to the original Nocta Terra Hot Step just being in this baby blue. And as you see, I did wear this a lot, so it is a little bit dirty, but you can't even see the logo anymore. But with this insole now, you're gonna be able to wear this shoe a lot and still see that nice detail, which again, I think looks really awesome. And with that being said, guys, that's pretty much gonna conclude all the history and details about the shoe. So now, let's get right into this on full look, all right? So that's gonna conclude the review as well as the on full look, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did making it for y'all. As I mentioned earlier, I'm a big fan of the Nocta Glides. I definitely love the promo that they've been doing with the wingsuits and all that kind of cool stuff. But you guys let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below. And other than that, y'all already know what to do. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends and family and all that. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.